Hey guys, Zelonius here. Welcome to another video on the channel. In this video, we are going to be looking at two SBCs. The Lionel Messi SBC, the Lorenzo Insigne SBC. We're going to be talking about are they good value, compare them to some similar options. And basically, I'll just talk about the cards, what I think of them, and whether or not I think they are worth doing for you. So we'll start with Lionel Messi. 92. The instant thing that I see here is that he is a cam. Now that is very nice. It's one of the things that's really frustrated me with the new chemistry system, that I said that I was pretty sure this is what EA would do. That players like Neymar and Messi, who are obviously able to play cam in real life, literally giving them cams for performances based on them playing there, they're giving them that in new cards rather than their gold cards. Neymar and Messi should have cam on their normal cards, but for the team of the week Neymar and the team of the week Messi, they've given them because they want to make these cards more desirable by doing that with the position changes. This Messi cannot play any other position than cam. Now that is an issue in itself. I really don't get why he can't play right wing or anywhere else. The fact he can play cam and play central is nice for a lot of formations, but that is a bit weird that they've made it so you can't even play him in anywhere else. We'll compare him to his other cards afterwards, but we're just going to look at the value. 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 87. So when it comes to these, I always go on Futbin and have a look at the prices of other SBCs to generally see if I think they're worth it or not. So I'm going to go on to Futbin. By what I mean is, on Futbin you can look at another SBC that needs an 87 rated squad and have a general idea how much it's going to cost. So Lionel Messi right now, people are saying is going to cost about 790k. Interesting. It might be a bit cheaper than that. It might just be that people are not got the best value squads in it yet. But when I look at it, it does seem about right based on some of the other SBCs. So this Messi is probably, if you don't have any fodder already, going to cost somewhere between 7 to 800,000 coins. Yikes. Let's go compare him to his other cards. Messi is going for, on his gold card, 239,000 coins. So you're paying at least triple, nearly 4 times the cost to get a slight upgrade and play him at cam. So when we compare the cards, it's 1 pace, 1 shooting, 1 passing, 1 dribbling, 1 physical, 1 defending. So it is basically the same card. Like, that is the same card. You are not noticing a difference in game. The road to the knockout even has an extra physical and passing on this card, so I don't really get that. The road to the knockout right now is going for 1.15 million. So about 300-400k more than this card, but it is tradable. And the road to the knockout's probably going to get a double upgrade. So it'll be a lot better. The obvious advantage of this Messi is clear. It's getting him a cam position. If he was able to play right wing, right mid, and cam, and maybe centre forward, like Messi should be able to play as well. He was literally one of the main people who kind of perfected that role, so to speak. Then I think this would help the card a lot. But the fact he can only play 1 position, and he's definitely not an end game card, this Messi. He's not fast. He's got poor physical. You're not going to be able to max out some of his other stats. I really don't get why anyone would do this card. I think if it'd been like a 93 Messi with some juice stats, like he'd gone up 5 on pace, 7 on physical, and it was a cam with the other position, I'd be like, yeah, it's decent value. But why are you spending 3 to 4 times the cost of his gold card? That is, I'm going to say, it's basically an identical card. You are never noticing +1 at this level. Are you really noticing 91 to 90 finishing? You're not. So you're basically using the same card. You're paying 3 to 4 times the cost just to play him at, so you can fit him in at camp. I just don't understand why this SBC is that expensive. I saw some people on Twitter saying it looks pretty good value. I couldn't disagree more. If an SBC to me is good value, I'll say it. But why would you spend 3 to 4 times the cost on a card that's got 1 positions, not endgame? The SBC is definitely not going to last you that long. Yeah, that is a huge no from me. That's a really bad SBC in terms of the value. Insigne. I didn't look at Falcao, by the way, for a video. But Falcao, if you want a really cheap, okay player, Falcao's decent. I would be making sure you run La Liga, though, because struggling to link him in otherwise. But that finesse shot outside the foot, pretty good card. We talked about Alaba and favourite. Tellers, decent card. Insigne, though. Insigne is 4-star, 4-star. The obvious issue straight away with Insigne is his league. Italy is a good nation. And MLS is honestly starting to get some pretty decent players in it. You could also link him in. I mean, this card's not as impossible to link in as some others. You could get like Landon Donovan hero. That card is genuinely pretty good. You can link into cards like Donnarumma, Tonali, Chiesa. Actually, you can't link him in. Well, you could put him at centre forward and then Chiesa can still play with him. Spinazzola, Tonali, Donnarumma, players like that. It is possible to get this card in. He's got both the shooting traits, the outside the foot shot being the more key one. So I do think it is a pretty solid all-round card, really, when I look at it. The problem is, he is so bad physically. He will be great on the ball, even with not ridiculous dribbling stats. I'm assuming that's where they've nerfed the card a bit, the rule breaker. This card for me is more of an old gen card. On new gen, he's going to be explosive. He's not going to be ridiculous on the ball. He's got okay shooting, and his physical's poor. On old gen, if you put a hunter on this guy, he's going to be rapid. He's going to be great on the ball. He can pass. His shooting's going to be really good, and the physical doesn't matter as much. So for me, old gen, this card is very good. New gen, I wouldn't go near it. That's my opinion. And this is someone now who's played a lot of old gen and new gen, so I think I can give decent opinions on the card. Let's actually look how much the card is, though. An 84 rated squad. You need a team of the week. A lot of people are going to have a team of the week. So how much am I thinking that's going to cost? Falcao's 84 squad, for example, cost 36,000. Did that need a team of the week? It didn't, so it will cost a little bit more in terms of that. It's going to cost around 30 to 40,000 probably for this Insigne, and that is on the basis as well if you don't have any fodder. It's not an expensive card, but again, how are you linking him in? As an impact sub on old gen, I would be considering doing him, but on new gen, like I say, I wouldn't go near the card. EA are going to try and milk you dry with all these SBCs they release. It's really disappointing that Messi doesn't have more positions and isn't a better version. They said the Player of the Month cards were going to be really good upgrades. That's a bare minimum upgrade plus 1 on most stats. And then the positions are like, well, it's just not really like one position. The cam upgrade's beautiful on him. That's really nice. I like that. But the fact that that's all he can do, yeah, I just don't understand that. And it feels like EA have made a mistake with that SBC, to be honest. The best value SBC right now probably is Falcao. Tellers and Alaba are really good if you really want to use one, or do one, because a lot of you have a lot of fodder to use. I won't be doing them personally. I don't think any card yet's been that great like a must do. The only one I've done was the... do I have a Jumbo Rare Player pack in here still to do, by the way? Rare Players. Might have to do that at some point. The only one I've done was the Gakpo SBC, because he was so cheap, and a few weeks ago he was a good impact sub, still okay. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching this video. Messi's a no from me. Insigne, if you really want to use some fodder, get a cheap, good impact sub, or you can link him in. Great on old gen, no on new gen. Thank you guys for watching. I will be putting some Meta Champ squad builders out later this evening. Hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching as always. Keep it spicy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.